If you were diagnosed with dementia, who might you want or need to tell? How would you want to tell them? And how would their reactions change how you felt about your diagnosis? In January 2022, we staged The World Turned Upside Down, a play about issues of communication and dementia. The scenes were improvised and changed based on audience feedback. In this extract, you'll see the development and performance of the scenario where somebody tells their family about their dementia diagnosis.
So I'm going to introduce you to another family. And it's Jill's family. And this is Jill. And Jill is joined by her son, who's called Tony. And they're in a country house hotel. And that's Tony. And her daughter is driving from a long way away. And this is a family lunch. Well, it's supposed to be a family lunch, but they're having coffee to start with. And Jill has summoned the family to their meeting because she has some news for her children. And it's something she wants them to be with her so she can talk to them about it. Off we go.
Where is she, Mum?
You know as well as I do how far she has to come and what the traffic is like on the motorway.
We've been sat here now an hour and a half. 3 cups of coffee, I'll be peeing all the way home.
Please.
Can't you just tell me what it's all about?
I'd rather tell you together. I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you for not helping me one little bit. Hi, sorry.
All right, now if you're here.
Hey, Brett. Oh, great. In a good mood, as per usual. Seriously, why is it like going back 50 years every time you come down to Devon?
Really?
And the sat-nav always says 4 hours, but really, it's 5.5.
Oh, dear. Well, anyway, you're here now.
Yes.
That's the important thing.
And I'm desperate for a coffee, actually. Oh, excuse me, yes. Oh, do you have dairy alternatives here? Great. Can I get a flat white with oat milk, please? Thanks. Sorry.
Mum.
This isn't going to be any easier for me than it is for you. Best and worst we'll get out of the way. I haven't got cancer, and I'm sorry, but I haven't won the lottery. But I do have some fairly serious news.
Oh, thanks. Could I get some brown sugar? Thank you.
Several months ago, it was pointed out to me by a very close friend that I was forgetting lots of things that I hadn't noticed. Silly little things like, oh, my best friend's name. I met her in the street and said hi because I knew I recognised her, but I couldn't remember her name for toffee. And there was a day when I went out to go shopping and left the front door keys in the lock. Silly little things on their own, but put together, it meant a trip to the doctor. And from the doctor to a psychologist and then to a specialist.
Did you know that she was doing all of that?
Long story short, please let me get there. I've had a diagnosis of dementia. Now, I know it's a shock. And yes, you will say, I should have told you already. I didn't want to tell you any sooner because it could have turned out to be nothing.
Yes, but it has turned out to be something, hasn't it?
Which is why we're here now.
Why did you do this on your own?
Because...
Why did you let her do this on...
I knew nothing about it.
You live here?
Oh, well, you're going to have to move back as well now.
Absolutely not. I can't. I've got a job.
Well, how the hell are we going to deal with this?
I don't know, but we're going to have to think about homes or something. She can't live on her own.
Am I still here?
So, how are the kids coping?
Oh, brilliantly.
They're doing brilliantly, aren't they?
But
So when you say textbook, what's textbook about it?
well, they're thinking about it's their emotional reaction to it, isn't it? Without thought for her.
That's it. That's version 1. So version 2 is the smothering one, isn't it? Control-based smothering is number 2. That's all right. Are you all right? We'll be round.
We'll be here. We'll be round all the time.
No,
I'll get a carer to come into the middle of the day. They can call me.
That's right. Do you want to...
And I will climb the wall.
Could you try and just be a bit more sympathetic to your mother, please? Please. Could you bear to tell them again? Would that be all right? Okay, and let's go.
Right, long story short, I've had a diagnosis of dementia. Now, I know it's
Oh my God, Mummy!
Now, yes, dear, all right. It isn't the end of the world.
Are you going to be okay?
Yes, well, for quite a long time, I hope.
We're here for you, whatever you need. Look, we'll do this together, whatever you need.
Look, I've brought you both up to be independent. I've never pushed you into jobs you didn't want or tried to persuade you to over-educate yourselves or anything like that. I've let you choose your path in life.
Yeah, and we are here for you. I can move back.
me.
You can go in and look after her.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing it again. And what's happening this time?
It's quite emotionally fueled
Yeah.
by their own emotions and their own situations, and they need to sort of set themselves aside for a moment.
We have a scene where it's two children finding out that their mother has been diagnosed, and we do the scene in all different ways, but it's that, again, it's that removing your immediate response or emotional response to it and overpowering that person with your ideas and your worry. And actually what you need to do is take a step back and listen to what they want and need. It's not about what you want and need from it.
Yeah. So we're controlling again, aren't we? We're controlling it. And why are we controlling it? Why are we controlling it? Because we're upset. It's really, really important, this, I think. When we've been working for about a week and a half on this, or about a week or so, it started to make sense to us. The thing is, it's a small word, care, for a big, big thing. And caring is very, very, very hard. Because what you have to do if you're trying to care for somebody is you have to not allow your own emotions to condition your response. And we have to own up to the fact that actually we all do it all the time. It's just that if you're dealing with someone who has a diagnosis of vascular dementia, it's kind of a bit selfish, so it's funny. But I do think one of the reasons why we laugh is that we know that we get up to it ourselves. So it's talking across?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause the hard thing about this is as long as she's there, it's very difficult to take Sally to one side if we're supposedly at a coffee shop or something. I think there could be another. I'm not suggesting another scene. I think we could.
But I think that's what gets the message across, though.
I think what you were doing at the end is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing.
That's families, isn't it?
The first one is to do with taking control without reference to her.
We need to be able to just talk over you and be like, well, actually, I saw a home near to me.
Yeah.
We need to sort out power of attorney. We need to I saw a home near me. If you're so upset about me living far away.
And off you go. Go again.
On the first performance that we did, and we did it, the audience said to us that we were smothering the mother and not listening to what she needed, and they told us to just listen. But then, of course, their response from that was that we seemed really cold, and it is that really difficult middle ground of you are listening, but you also need to process what's going on in your head. And I actually think that made it real, because you would, if you are telling yourself, I can't react overly emotional because that's not what my mother or parent needs, but you're still going to be up here, and I think that does make you slightly removed.
I'll tell you what I need.
Okay, fine. So is it's better? Better? Is it satisfactory?
Just being too sympathised because she's just trying to tell them how she feels about it, but yet they're just kind of like going crazy, and the worst thing you can do is make someone feel like the situation is worse at that moment.
So if you were playing either of these characters, what would you be saying to yourself? What would your activity be?
I'd be less self-involved.
Yep.
They clearly don't hear her. They're more self-interested and don't really understand her needs emotionally.
Yeah, very good. So what are these two playing at the moment? What is their action? They're on the same action. What is it? Or the same set of actions?
It's a bit panicky.
Yes.
It's too much, too many words. They're not really giving them a chance to explain how it's affecting their lives. They kind of got this idea in their head of what dementia is, but they're not giving the person a chance to explain how it's affecting their life.
So if I was to kick myself into activity and I was either of those two actors, what I'd say to myself is something like, I make myself feel better by sympathizing with my mother. Yeah? And so what you realize by that is I make myself feel better by sympathizing with my mother is not that far from I make myself feel better by controlling my mother. It's the same intention with two different strategies, isn't it? Yeah? So it's very interesting to think in terms of intention and in terms of strategy. And sometimes to try to actually play the same intention with a variety of different strategies is quite a good exercise, because you surprise yourself at how similar some behaviors are, in fact. Several behaviors come from the same sort of intention place,